cover some male U15 Piot Mound Buffaloes versus Winnipeg's RHA Rink Hockey Academy. So today we got a very exciting matchup. Obviously these two teams matched up last Wednesday, but it didn't quite go Piot Mound's way. They did get beaten pretty bad in that game, and they're looking to rewrite the script from that last loss and try to get back at RHA today. And it should be a very good matchup between these two teams. And this weekend it's a little bit different. I'm alone here on the broadcast. It's just me, so no Corey Thiessen, and obviously the rest of the crew isn't here. Just me and Glenn Mumford here today to handle things. But yeah, we're both looking very forward to this game, and it should be a very exciting matchup. And like I said before, Piot Mound trying to get back into that win column and really trying to establish some momentum here near the end of the season here. But even though last week, Wednesday, it was a pretty tough game versus this RHA team, I do believe there was quite a few positives from that game, and a few of those positives do include the goaltending from Keane Reed and net, and then also the play of Bo Murray and Adam Kelly. Those are two players that really led offensively. They didn't were able to generate much offense, but they were able to establish a presence out there by using their body and getting in the plays and really sticking with it throughout the whole game and showing that do-or-die mentality you love to see from teams even when they were out of it. So, some very positive things from the Buffaloes last week on Wednesday, but right here, obviously they weren't able to get their win there, and they are looking to rewrite the script like I said earlier today. So stay tuned for them to be able to try and get back in the win column against RHA. And RHA, they want to continue what they started last week. What they've really been doing against Piot Mound this whole year, obviously we've seen these teams play a few times on the network, and every time it did not go Piot Mound's way, as RHA team is a very skilled, very fast-paced team with excellent defense, and definitely going to be a test for Piot Mound again today to see if they can break the walls of this RHA team and really try to get that win like we've been talking about so far ever since we started. But both these teams getting the pucks back into the respective nets and trying to get them cleaned up before they rally the troops and get ready for the opening face-off. So yeah, as we can see here, both teams looking very intent and ready for this game, and you got to think Piot Mound is what's going through their mind is they want to have a good game. They want to start out fast. They want to be able to establish some momentum early, maybe even try to get the first goal. Definitely would help in a game like this against a team that they know they have struggled against so far, but it should be an interesting outcome, and we won't know until we get this first puck drop. But as you can see, both teams at their respective nets rallying the troops like I said before. So that this is the most opportune time to get your team into the game, is when you're with your buddies, you're right in front of the net, you're with your teammates, and you're really trying to get your team going and try to get that first step on your opponent. And what better way to do it when you have that time with your whole team to kind of regroup and get everything together and set everything in motion early on by rallying the troops with your like we just saw from both sides. So both teams now getting the starting lineups out. I haven't mentioned the starting lineups yet, my bad, so I will do that now. For Piot Mound, we will start with the forwards. Number 9, Liam Chartrand. Number 12, Bo Murray. And Adam Kelly, number 27. Along with defender Gage Sutherland, Landon May, number 6. And number 30 in net, Pete Moreau. And we're about to get the first drop. I will tell you the starting line for RHA right off the bat here. So up front we got Wyatt Stinton. There used to be a few mistakes on this game sheet, but here we go. May with the puck. He's going to regroup in his own zone. He's going to bring that puck, and he loses it along the boards, but Adam Kelly picks that puck up and skates behind his net. He looks to find an outlet as he gets it back for May. May now chips it back along the boards, and the puck goes all the way up, and Kelly is unable to find anyone there as the puck gets dumped right back into the Buffalo zone. Number 3, Gage Sutherland picks that puck up but loses it along the boards, and here's RHA now. Nice drop pass behind the net. Number 26 on the team Here's RHA. Nice drop pass along the boards to Thompson. Thompson's just going to rim that puck around. Now Sutherland behind his own net, trying to find an outlet. That puck is stopped up at the line by number 10, Tate Dolinsky. Had a very good game last Wednesday, as we talked about. One of the key players for this RHA team in their win against Piot Mound the last time they played, which was last Wednesday. But here's Piot Mound. They try to break up the puck, and that puck is just barely dumped, and it will not be ruled as an icing as Schneider goes in to pick up that puck. He moves it along. He's going to chip up the boards. That puck goes to Chakous. Chakous gives it back to his defenseman, number 14, in Niall Schaefer. Schaefer throws that up along the boards, but it goes to Ponce, and Ponce intercepts it and just chips it back in to the Buffalo zone. There's a little bit of a scrum along the boards, but RHA still has the puck. Schneider now. He has that puck. He fires it through a screen, and it's stopped by Piot Mound. Ponce now chips it up the board, and it comes back for Schneider Now they just dump the puck back into the zone, and now Ross has it along the boards, back for Schneider Schneider's already held the puck quite a few times on this shift. They definitely trust him to move that puck on the back end. But here's number 29 in Lincoln Ponce, who just dumps that puck into the zone. Piot Mound now trying to regroup. A little bit of a slow start for them as they try to get the puck out of the zone, and Swatsky is going to force number 14 in Brody Green. Swatsky now puts it behind his net. It's a long shift for the Piot Mound Buffalo's defenders here, as they've been out there for quite a while trying to get the puck out of their zone. Not too much luck so far, but here's Bear. He shoots and scores. What a shot by Bear, fighting that top left corner. Just barely beating him on the shorts. Piot Mound on the short side, and an excellent shot for Bear early as we got the first game for RHA as we are 1-0 to score with 17:21 left in the first. The shots are 2-0 for RHA as well. Piot Mound obviously not able to get that first goal, but definitely going to try to find some offense here as the game goes on. Lambolt now is just going to dump that puck, and it hits off a defender on the way through. Now RHA is trying to regroup as there was an offside on the play, and I guess Lambolt did not notice that there was. Number 22, Aiden Collins just rims it around the boards. Bear back for Kettles. Kettles chips that puck back into the zone. It's back behind the net for Green. Brody Green now. He gives it to Ross. Now Kettles back in the point. Throws it over, and there's a shot, and it's stopped by Piot Mound. Piot Mound obviously seeing his fair share of action so far early on in this first period, and stood pretty tall so far. Yeah, there's three shots on goal, and they already have a goal, but he's already shows that he's in the game, as there have been quite a few chances right in front. And obviously he didn't really have a chance on that shot by Bear, as it was an incredibly accurate shot that almost had eyes. But here's Thompson now. He's looking to regroup as he carries that puck and is protecting it for a while, but that puck gets stolen. Here's Adam Kelly. He's going to get a break. Maybe the break the Piot Mound Buffaloes need. Kelly tries to get it over. Here's Sutherland. A shot. A screenshot. Scores! Tipped in front. What a tip by... Wow, what a tip by Liam Chartrand, as he was able to get that... somehow able to get a stick on that puck off the shot by Gage Sutherland, and Piot Mound right back in the game as they tie it with 16:28 left in the first. I believe it was their first shot on net too, but not really much you can do on that chance if you're Brant Cotillier there. That puck was tipped right before it got to you, so not really much of a chance to save that. But here's Thompson behind his net. He gives it up, and now here's number 88 in the boat. Thornley gives it up for Stinton. Here's Stinton. He rips it through, and it hits off the glove of Piot Mound. But what a goal! What a goal from behind the net. Is able to chip it back and hit the goaltender skating in. Number 21, Shea Thornley. Wow, what a smart play there by Thornley to be able to find that puck behind the net and just try to bank it off the skate of Piot Mound. Excellent hard-working goal there, and not really much Piot Mound could do on that play, as it was an excellent decision by Thornley. 2-1 for RHA. And Belouse loses that draw to number 7, Liam Tooney. Now Tooney is going to pick that puck up in the offensive zone. He skates behind the net. He leaves it up for one of his forwards, but is unable to pick up that puck, and then It's turned over twice on the play, back to Pilot Mound's possession. Number 2 gets checked there, Carson Carroll's. Carson Carroll's a defender on this team that plays a lot of minutes. You can definitely trust him to be reliable in his own zone, and he has so far in this game. But here comes Ross. Nice defensive play by Pilot Mound there, being able to get that puck loose. Here comes Sawatsky. He races for that puck against Scheiderat and Ponce. Ponce gets to it first. Now Ross with it. Ross is going to throw it along the boards, and it's going to be picked up by Turner, but Chakous gets there first. Chakous now loses that puck behind the net, and Turner now is unable to get to it first as Gage Sutherland, but nice play by Turner to be able to knock that puck up for number 13 Jones, but Ross comes in offside, and we will have a whistle on that forward dot just outside the Pilot Mound Buffalo's blue line. Puck isn't really won by everyone, it just kind of gets stayed there, and as the face-off gets tied up, and it was RHA that was able to collect that puck off that play. There's Collinsma in his own zone, throws it for Kettles. Kettles gets it up for Green, and Green chips that puck in. Big Eddie behind his net. Tries to throw that along the boards, but it's turned over again by RHA, and the puck comes right out in front. Point blank opportunity, but the Pilot Mound's defense remains strong and is able to clear that puck out of there. Chakous now battled with Bear, but was unable to get the puck. Here comes Kettles. Kettles fires it, and it goes over the net and wide. Collins now. What a play by Chartrand. But he's unable to find his counterpart because there was a change. Kettles now on the point. Gets that for number 13 in Jones. Now Green. Green fires that, and it goes way wide, but Thompson's able to receive it before it gets out of the line. Tries to throw it back for Green, but misses the pass. RHA now. Bebeau. What a play by Gage Sutherland, knocking Bebeau off that puck. And that puck is dumped, and there will be an icing on the play, as the faceoff will come back down to the Pilot Mound Buffalo zone. It will be Bo Murray and Jordan at the faceoff. Bo Murray wins that one back for May. May gives it up for number 14 in Niall Schaefer, and that puck is dumped in. Adam Kelly hard on the forecheck, takes the tumble behind the red line. Here's Thompson now. Thompson is going to bring it behind his net and look for an outlet. Thompson throws it up through number 15 in Wyatt Stinton. That puck is over for Bo, but it chips off the boards, and the Pilot Mound Buffaloes recover the puck. Bo Murray turns that puck over for Thompson. Thompson comes in now. Remember Thompson also last week on Wednesday having a very solid game. One of those guys that, you know, we talk about a lot on the broadcast, being able to move the puck extremely well when on the blue line, and being that power play quarterback that we know he can be. But here comes Pilot Mound. Bo Murray now skates that puck around, tries to shoot it, but it lands inside Thompson. Looks like it stung him a little bit, but Sutherland turns that puck over, and he gets it for number 17 in Caleb Chiroto, who shoots that puck over the net. I believe it hit the mesh too, so that's why we will have a stoppage in play. And the face-off will be to the left, to the right, my bad, of goaltender Cotillier. That face-off is tied up and eventually won by RHA. Ponce is going to pick up that puck behind his own net, and is picked up now by Belouse. Nice play by Gage Sutherland, a few of those, but then he immediately turns it over to Belouse, and here comes Belouse now. Tries to slide that puck over just barely, almost slid into the net by Turner, but unable to get a good handle on that puck is Turner, and no goal for RHA on that play. Perrier having trouble handling the puck a few times already on this shift. Ponce picks up the point, and he's forced by Sawatsky, but is able to avoid the check. Ponce now puts that puck along the boards again for Baloo. Dwight Sawatsky now That puck is going all the way down, but it's going to be received by Couturier. Now Ross skates that puck into the zone. Throws it back for Schneider Rapid. Is picked up by Adam Kelly. My bad, that was Lambolt. Carroll's backhands that over. Nice pass up to Lambolt, but wasn't able to get all of that shot. Carroll's receives it at the point again, but the puck gets knocked out. It wasn't the greatest pass, and here's a 2-on-1, but it will be offside on Ross. We will have a whistle just outside the Pilot Mound zone again. Obviously, RHA has gotten the better of Pilot Mound throughout the season so far, but Pilot Mound believes they can keep up with this team, and early play in this game has shown that. They were able to tie the game earlier here so far, but RHA able to pick up another goal since then. Here's Bear. He tries to put that puck around May, but May receives it and just puts it along the boards. That puck is forced off by number 14 in Brody Green. It's shot by Kettles through traffic, and that just hits off a player and goes wide. Some chippiness in front of the Pilot Mound zone, but the puck exits the zone. And we will have another. I believe that was an icing. I wasn't actually able to see. I was watching Kelly and then the forward. I don't know which forward it was for RHA, but they come together and it looked like some liberties might be taken, but they eventually just skated away. Here's Kettles. Kettles tries to chip that puck out. It hits off a defender on Pilot Mound. I believe that was May, and goes right into their bench. Heads up if you're on the Pilot Mound Buffalo's bench. Jones and Murray at the draw. It's won by Jones. Green is going to receive that. What a nice play by Green, able to toe drag the puck around and chip it off the boards. Green now battling in front, but it is stolen by Beaumont. Beaumont is unable to get it to Chartrand. Now Green. Oh, and there's a turnover by RHA, and here comes Beaumont. What a move around the defender. Beaumont comes in, he fires in, a great save by Couturier. Kind of some traffic in front, a little bit of collision with the goaltender. Accidental, of course, but the puck comes back out, and here's Jones. A big hit by Adam Kelly. Talked about that last week on Wednesday when these teams played last. Adam Kelly providing a lot of physicality and a lot of heart and soul for being one of the smaller guys on the team. He is not afraid to get to the dirt, big, gritty areas as we had mentioned last week, but here's Dolinski, shot through traffic, and it's kicked aside by Pete Moreau. Tatuni battling with Chornley. That puck is picked up by RHA. Comes back to Dolinski. Throws it back down for some support. Here's Stinton, a shot, and it hits off the stick of Pete Moreau. Stinton drops that back. Bobo, but is unable to get that puck to the net. Here's Dolinski again with the puck on the blue line. Tries to fire it through traffic, looking for Bobo's stick, but is unable to connect with it. That puck is shot up and out of play. We will have a face-off to the left of Pete Moreau. Shots are 6-3, of course, with 9:07 left in this first period. Of course, RHA leading in the shots and in the score 2-1. Pilot Mound, trying to root behind their own net. Here's Carroll's. That puck is chipped up, and it comes for number 17 in period. Now Ponce is going to take it behind his net with the hard forecheck of Sawatsky right behind him. Bigot, he receives that puck off the dump by Ponce, but Ponce is going to receive it again after that puck kind of dwindles off the stick of Sawatsky. Ponce now. It's good battling. Here's Ballou behind the net. Ross tries to chip that up for Schneider Rapids, unable to, and then Perrier chips it up and it lands on Schneider Rapids' stick. Sawatsky's going to dump that puck in. Couturier receives it and tries to give it up to his winger and is successful, but that puck comes right off of number 13 in Graham Jones' stick. Schneider Rapids going to regroup in his own zone. He gives it for, I believe that is Ponce. Yes, it is. And a hit by Ponce onto Chartrand. Green Gets a shot from behind. May way out of position on that one. Some fancy moves around the net by number 13 and Graham Jones. Some good defending too by Piot Mound while they're at it. Collins now rims it around. It gets stopped up along the boards by Jones. Jones is going to put it behind the net. And Bear, the first goal scorer of the game, tries to pick that up, but it's checked off the puck. Adam Kelly, 1-on-3 almost, as Kelly just tries to rim that around, but kind of gets stopped before he can by Collins. Here's Green now. Green, stick handles, fires it, and it hits off someone's stick and tips wide of the net. Adam Kelly tries to chip that around, but is unable to. And RHA comes back. Here's Kettles, the captain of this RHA team. The bow now. Forces that play. What a pass. Green fires and he tries to go far side. Low far side, but is unable to get there as the puck goes wide. The bow now. RHA behind the net. Moving the puck extremely well so far. That puck was loose in the crease for a few moments. Now Bobo. He hasn't. He puts it back along the boards, and Green now gets forced. Jones tries to throw that back, and here's Kettles on the blue line. Some forechecking there by Babalansky, but was unable to get to that. Now Stinton now. Nice play. Wow, he's got the fancy feet on it today. Dolinsky stops up, tries to make a decision, doesn't know what to do with it yet. Continues, skates it into the zone. Way out of position was Moreau on that play. Bobo had a wide open net but was unable to get to that puck. And here's Chornley now. Shot 5-hole and a good save by Pete Moreau. That puck gets dumped. And Cotillier tries to dump that back and try to catch him on a bad change. Stinton now. Piot Mound gets back easy. Big hit by Big Hitty on Stinton. More of a heavy hit actually, but Big Hit, he's a big guy. You want to watch out for him. He can, I haven't seen any yet, but I'd assume if he's able to line someone up, he can hit him pretty good. As the puck comes back for Dolinsky. Carroll's now behind the net. Stinton. Ross now gives it back for Stinton. Dolinsky on the blue line. Throws it over Thompson. Thompson stick handles and fires it towards the net. The rebound almost picked up by Ross, but it was went over his stick. And RHA still has possession. Dolinsky just throws that puck around, and Big Kitty's going to try to win this race. Just out-muscles loose on this play. And the puck now is stopped up behind the net as we got a little bit of a scrum. Turner tries to snag that puck but is unable to. And he now is able to after using the body on Carroll's. Puck up for Ross. Ross tries to backhand that around Big Hitty but is unable to. Big Hitty trying to get that puck out of the zone. Stuck along the boards. Oh, could have been a penalty there. Big Hitty gets lucky on that play as Thompson throws the puck back for Schneiderrat. And that puck is tipped out. What a good defensive play from Piot Mound's number 17, Caleb Chiroto. My bad, that is Jack Perrier. Green now. Turned that puck over but was unable to get an opportunity on the net. Oh, another turnover by RHA. Man, the Buffaloes are struggling to get that puck out of the zone. Schneiderrat with a shot. And a blocker saved by Pete Moreau. And finally a whistle as things kind of just broke down for Piot Mound over the past few minutes there on that shift. RHA starting this game fantastic. They're leading in pretty much all offensive categories that you can think of so far in this game. There's Jones and Murray, but there is a whistle. And Jones is kicked out and Green will go in. And a win by Green there. Not normally what he does, but the puck is stopped by Chartrand, but the puck gets chipped back into Piot Mound's zone. Jones now behind the Piot Mound net. Kelly tries to give it back for May, and now Kelly tries to get that puck out, and there will be an icing on the play. 3:35 left in this first period. RHA leads 2-1. And they also lead the shots 9-3. Puck is won by Piot Mound. Now Sutherland behind his net tries to rim that around, but the puck gets tipped up by an RHA player, and so we will have another face-off. But yeah, seems everything is going right for RHA so far. Just making all the smart plays, you know, being able to outwork Piot Mound and really having their legs moving so much. It's been almost hard for Piot Mound to contain the speed so far of RHA. As score is still 2-1, so they are still in the game, and they are going to be looking, especially going into the second period, to maybe have a little bit more pep in their step as the game winds on. And there's a puck in front of it. A good defensive play there by Piot Mound. There's Thompson there, being able to get the stick on it before it came right to the slot to one of the RHA players. And as soon as they get the puck back into the zone, RHA gets the puck back and is going to try to establish some pressure, but I believe there is going to be an icing on the play on RHA there, so Piot Mound will get their so coveted offensive zone face-off, and if you're Piot Mound here, you definitely want to win this face-off and try to get a puck as quickly as you can to that net. Coos unable to win that face-off against Belus. Now here comes Ponce. Now Belus again. Belus comes in with excellent speed. He was flying into the net. But yeah, he goes right back out there. Doesn't want to start anything with this Piot Mound team, and I'm sure Piot Mound doesn't want to engage in that sort of behavior. Because if you go down at this point right now, later in the first period, and you don't want to get a penalty late in the period, because that can always lead to some quick momentum changes come the next period. But here's Schneider at Ponce. Ponce now throws it. Smart shot by Ponce there, trying to shoot through traffic and look for a tip. Schneider at. Now Ross for Belus. Tries to throw it in front for Turner, but is unable to find him. Ponce now fires it through Sawatsky, but is unable to get it through him. Ponce again now. Puts it down. And Sawatsky almost turns that puck over, but Ross immediately picks that puck up. And a great play by Perrier there. The awareness to be able to get his stick there first and get it in traffic. Almost had a breakaway, but was unable to get around the defenders. Here's Turner. Fires it through, and it hits off a Piot Mound player's stick and up and out of play. Come the second period, though, you can definitely expect Piot Mound to want to rewrite that script and try to come up with a bit of a better period. Obviously, that period was pretty heavily dominated by RHA, but Piot Mound able to get a little bit of offense here and there, and they were able to get their goal and tie the game, have the game tied for a little bit. Was unable to work on that tie part of the game, but here's Collins back down for Green. Green now stick handles, throws that puck for a number 13 in Jones. Back for Green. What a save by Pete Moreau. What a fantastic save. Able to come across and make that last-ditch effort to make that save. The puck is still for Collins. He fires it through a screen, and it's tipped by Jones, but it's tipped wide. Kettles keeps that puck in. Nice move around the defender. Shot, and that puck just barely goes wide. Kettles leaves it for Bear. Bear just going to backhand that puck back into the zone. But here's Sutherland for May. May now. Going to try to get that puck out, and he does. He is able to get it to Chartrand, and now Kelly picks that up. And there's an offside on the play. Chartrand, you can see the frustration there. Almost had a 3-on-2, and he was just barely offside. And it's always tough when you about to get those good offensive opportunities and you're unable to convert because of an offside. Rambo just knocks that puck back to Galinsky off the draw. Thompson. Wow, good forechecking there by the Buffaloes, but they're unable to end up with the puck. But Carroll's is after he is able to make the pinch on Stinton. Kelly tries to get that puck in front. My bad, sorry, it wasn't Kelly. It was number 22 in Wambolt. I've gotten Wambolt and Kelly confused twice already in this game. Not a good sign so far early, but here the puck comes back for Thompson. That puck hits off a skate. 22 and 27 aren't similar numbers. I mean, they do have the 2 at the first part, but obviously the 7 in there is different. And there's a good pad save, and the puck almost came loose for Stinton, but he was unable to bang that rebound home. And the puck is iced. And Cotillier is going to decide to play it up for Thompson. And that period is going to end. So pretty tough periods for Piot Mound so far, and they're definitely going to look to have a little bit more pep in their step at the start of the next period. Score is 2-1. You can probably hear the PA announcer saying it, but I will cover it anyway. The score is 2-1 for RHA after the first. They also lead in the shot categories 13-3. So a very good first period for RHA as they dominated most of that period, but Piot Mound was able to get some offense in here and there, and they were able to tie the game at one point, and that was a very good bright sign for Piot Mound. So look for them to come out harder next period and try to establish some momentum themselves as we're gonna go now to our first intermission. This is Seth Rock signing off for the first intermission.
At CM Engrave, we create more than just trophies, medals, and signs. We create time for family, time for growing your business, time for the moments that make you, you. With more than 30 years experience for all your engraving needs. CM Engrave.
and welcome back to ASTV's coverage of the U15 Prep Pilot Mound Buffaloes versus the U15 Winnipeg Rink Hockey Academy. And we're here back in Blackjack Stewart Arena. Obviously, this is where Pilot Mound plays all their games because this is the only rink in Pilot Mound. But a few announcements from ASTV here. We will be live this Saturday and Sunday, respectively. Both games will be between the Pilot Mound U15 Buffaloes versus the Northern Alberta Extremes. So pay attention to those games coming up on this weekend. And then as well, on Monday, we have a huge announcement. But the trick to this announcement is that our owner, Glenn Munford, doesn't even know what the announcement is yet either.
You don't know.
So stay tuned for that big announcement on our social media pages on Monday. Should be exciting. Obviously, I'm really excited to hear it, even though I have no idea what it is. So that makes the surprise is going to be. That means the surprise is going to be even better for us. Well, some of us here at ASTV who don't know what is going on. But yeah, we're just waiting on the Pilot Mound team to get back out here. They just walked by us, so that's a sign that they are going to be getting out the gate. There's Piot Mound, and he leads his team back onto the ice here. So yeah, this is going to be a good second period. Hopefully Pilot Mound can come out with a little bit more pep in their step this period. Obviously they were able to get a goal in that first period, but wow, what a period it was for Piot Mound, stopping 11 of 13 shots, and a lot of those shots were like point blank opportunities. But here we go, puck drop between Belus and Murray. Who will win it? That puck is tied up, and eventually, well, I was going to say it was RHA that came out with it, but it turns out Pilot Mound ended up with the puck. But here's Sutherland in his own zone. There's a big hit by Belus. He catches Sutherland, not giving him any room. Kelly knocks that puck up, and here he comes. Kelly gets shoved off the puck. The puck is going to go back into the Pilot Mound Buffalo zone, and Gage Sutherland will pick it up. Some great positioning by RHA there, but a penalty on the play, I do believe, but looks like an RHA player is down after that collision. He gets back up quite quickly. And I thought originally the call was going to go to RHA. And it is. We got two penalties for each side here. A boarding call and I believe it was a charging call. Glenn tells me, I didn't know what it was, but he was able to come up big and tell me what penalty was for Pilot Mound. But we will have an offensive zone face-off for RHA. Obviously, this face-off is to the right of Piot Mound. That puck is won by Pilot Mound. Green now behind the net. Tries to give it back for Jones. Jones not ready for it. Now here's a chance in front. A shot for Green, and what a goal. No chance for that one on Piot Mound, as there was no one in front of the net to cover Green there. And Green, with a fancy move, was able to slide it under Piot Mound in that goal. And the score is now 3-1 for RHA in just 50 seconds into the second period. Is one. Music still going during play. It's off. Now looking to get that puck out of their zone. And that puck is dumped in. Puck is chipped in by Green. Jones coming hard in on Piot Mound. That puck battle is won, and here is RHA Kettles now. Kettles fires that and it's gloved aside by Piot Mound. Face-off will be to the left of Piot Mound, and it will be Stinton, and I believe Stinton and Wembold. Chornley gets that puck first, now Stinton. Chornley. As that puck, he's going to circle up and fire it, and that puck comes right up the glove of Piot Mound, but he is able to make the save. Walensky Stinton. Campbell tries to get that puck out. Thompson can't quite get to it, and there will be no icing as they did rule that Thompson did just barely touch it. Thompson behind his net is going to throw it for number 10 in Chornley. Now number 27 in Shea Chornley. Puck was just offside though. I believe it was Ross who was just barely caught offside on the play, but face-off between Chartrand and Belus. And they're going to kick Belus out of the draw for Ross. That puck is won by Ross as well. The winger being able to step in and win the face-off. I was going to chip that along, but number 18 in, or number, I believe that's 18. You can't really see his number on the back here, but Ken Karen unable to get that puck out. And there will be a penalty on the play for Piot Mound. Ponce now moves it. There's Ross at the blue line. Now RHA tries to get that puck across, but Big Hitty gets a check in there, and there will be a penalty. And it is, I believe, roughing on the call. And it will be number 9 in Liam Chartrand going to the box. Now, this is going to be a big test for Piot Mound as they will go short-handed for the first time in this game, and this has got to be a big kill if you want to stay in the game. If you're Piot Mound, you got to get this kill, and he is, against a very fast team, you don't really want to be too aggressive on the penalty kill, but make sure you're using your legs. Collins now is up for number 13 in Graham Jones. Back for Jones. Jones passes it down, is unable to get to the green. Some puck movement behind the net. Kettles throws it up for Collins. Back for Jones. Now Collins. Collins rips it and it's just wide. Bear trying to go for that wraparound, but there's a defender there covering the side of Keaton Rose net. Here's Kettles. Here's that puck, and Swatsky gives him some trouble. That puck is turned over in a very dangerous area. Here's Jones. Jones now gives it for Collins. Collins back for Jones. They play catch up. Keep passing between each other. Here's Collins, a shot through some traffic, and it's blocked by Sutherland. And they will. Piot Mound finally gets a change on this PK. And RHA looking to find an outlet on this power play. Here they come. Lebeau now chips that puck around Kelly. Thompson unable to keep that puck in. He gets hassled by Kelly. Player that Adam Kelly really reminds me of, as far as we're going to go to NHL here, but Adam Kelly really reminds me of a Brendan Gallagher, the way he plays. Not the biggest guy out there, but is able to go into the dirty areas and the gritty areas and being able to make those sacrifice plays, and does it offensively as well. Just a guy that you can count on in all areas, and he also loves to agitate the other team. That's why, he really reminds me of a young Brendan Gallagher. Stinton up in front again. What a passing play! Stinton throws it down for Belus, and Belus sets him right up in the slot, and Stinton rips that puck home, and that will be a power play goal for RHA, and the score is now 4-1 with 15:30 left in the second period. Shots are 18-3. Excellent band choice by the people down in the timekeeper's box. NWA is a great band. And that faceoff was won by RHA. Ponce now. Turner with some speed, races into the offensive zone, unable to find a shot, but stalls the puck. He gave it back for Ross, and Belus now. Belus loses behind the net, and they end up back with it. Turner now is it over for, I believe that is number 28, Noah Schneider that. And Ponce is at the red line, gives it for Turner, but a good defensive play by Chakous. Chakous now gets a stick on it, but is unable to corral it, and now Ponce has to mind his net. Chakous with the forced play, but is unable to turn that puck over, and Ross now is unable to find a player, and Kelly now circles it back, and a good turnover there by Ross. Being able to turn over that pass from Titouni. Shot by Ponce, and it's blocked in front by Titouni. Kelly now throws that puck out, and there will be no ice on the play. It's Couturier now. He's going to try to give that to a teammate, and Ross chips that puck up, and it almost went on the play. Great play by May to try to get that puck away from Green, but Green ends up back with it. Puck comes back out front for Kettles, and a great block by Chartrand. Great hustle there by Jones to be able to turn the puck over from Chartrand, and in come the RHA again. Jones drops that back for Green. Green leaves it for number 9 in Connor Bear. Obviously, Connor Bear was able to get the first goal of the game off a beautiful snipe we saw in the first period, and now scrambling in front is Pete Moreau trying to find that puck, but puck comes back out of the crease. Green now for Collins. Collins back for Green. Green throws it. Oh, what a pass in front, and trying to set up that same play that we saw on the power play goal. Unable to get to it though. Here's Bear. Bear, nice pass for Kettles. Kettles, nice pass for Jones. No chance on the play for Pete Moreau. Excellent passing play by RHA. That was one of the more pretty plays you will see in the game, and RHA now up 5-1 on an excellent shot by Jones, and like I said before, brilliant passing play. And the shots are quite lopsided here, 21-3 for RHA. Rigady throws that puck back for number 2 in Carson Carrolls. That puck gets turned over at the line by Stinton. He comes in. Go. Play by Chorney. And RHA has it at center ice. Here comes Stinton as he picks that puck up and is going to rush through the center. Shoots that puck wide, and Thompson's going to go back to collect as Babalansky is on the forecheck. That puck gets slowed up, but what a turnover there by Carson Carrolls. Now Thompson's some good stick handling in his own zone. He gets that puck up for number 27 in not Adam Kelly. He breaks the edge, of course, but Sherry Cornley. Chance in front. Scramble. Can't get the puck out. Stinton almost scored there. Same with Thompson. Carroll's now behind his own net. Throws that puck up. Piot Mound trying to break out here. Big hit. He just throws that puck, and he just ices that puck. And Piot Mound, since the start of this second period, has not been able to get much offense in. Haven't been able to register a shot yet in this second period, and RHA using their tremendous speed, and it's been hard. And Pete Moreau has faced his fair share of robbers so far in this game, and he's made quite a few excellent saves, but it's been tough for him to keep up in this game. So Watsky chips that puck, but it goes right to the stick with Charliette. Now Ponce, he carries that puck in. Brings it around the opportunity. Ponce throws it to the front of the net, but is unable to find his own teammate's stick. Perrier throws that puck off the boards. And there will be a charge on Lincoln Ponce going to the box for a charge. And if you're Ponce on that one, I definitely do see his argument on that play, but when the ref makes a decision, you have to listen to it. And this is definitely a big opportune time for Piot Mound to really try to get back into this game. They desperately need to get a goal or establish some offense on this power play. Kelly circles, gives it for Sutherland. Sutherland moves it, and brings it over for May. A bobbles that puck. Is able to maintain possession. Here's Kelly on the far side. Shot through traffic and a good tip by Murray, but it's tipped just wide. Murray now trying to protect that puck behind his own net. He couldn't find it in his skates. And he wins that battle along the boards. Murray again, nice cut back. Puck comes up for May. May stick handles, throws it back over for number 7 in Adam Kelly. Adam Kelly tries to stop that puck up, and now we have a 2-on-1. 2-on-2. Green, what a save there. Excellent save to keep his team in the game, and another shot, and it's tipped in the slot by Bear. Kettles, some excellent penalty killing on this shift for RHA. Right now, there's a back goal, Sutherland. Sutherland trying to find an outlet. He gives it back for May, but is unable to find him. A lot of struggling for Piot Mound on this power play, just not able to get the cohesiveness and communication that they need. Chartrand forces that play, but Jones ends right back up, and RHA skates that puck in the zone. Excellent decision by Jones just to wait that puck out. This is one of the better penalty kills you will see. It's a team wearing down minutes. And just puck control is the main thing on this PK for RHA. Sutherland now. Gives it for Bo Murray. Bo Murray tries to throw it up, and that is unfortunate as that puck gets chipped over the stick. And Thompson now is going to receive that puck. He's got some speed on him, and Tatuni falls. Unable to catch up to Thompson as Tatuni cousin fell. And the change in that puck just barely comes out, but if you're RHA, you get that puck, you hold on to it, and you dump it back in. But yeah, going back to that penalty kill, you don't see many penalty kills any better than that. RHA just getting the puck, holding on to it, and just wasting time off the clock. And then once he finally gets forced, he dumps that puck down. Just an excellent PK for RHA. And Piot Mound unable to find any offense during that. They did have some offensive zone time, but were unable to register a shot on net during that power play. Definitely going to look to try to change that as this period goes on. Sawatsky. Dolinski, my bad. Lebeau. Thompson for Dolinski. That puck, nice play by Bobolansky. And Sawatsky gonna rush that puck, but Dolinski's first to it. Jack Perrier gonna try to force the play, but unable to get there in time, and now here's Thompson. That puck is iced by Teletsky. Tried to stick it, but was unable to find that pass. 8:32 remaining in the second period. 5-1 the score. 26-3 are also the shots, and both the score and shots are in favor of RHA. Chakous and Belus wins that one. Now Ross is going to skip that puck out of the zone and enter into the Piot Mound Buffalo zone. Belus tries to carry that through the middle, but is unable to as he's stopped up by Perrier. Now Chakous throws it along the boards, and a nice play by Perrier to chip that puck around the defender. Perrier tries to drive that. Nice backhander, but it's gloved aside by Cotillier, and there's the first shot of the period for Piot Mound. On the 25th to 27th, us here at ASTV, our crew will be in Winnipeg for the Manitoba Swimming Provincials, so stay tuned for that. Sutherland chips that puck back in the zone. Bo Murray, a quick shot off. There's a big rebound. Gage Sutherland tried to slam it in from the point, but is unable to get that puck to the net. The puck is shot out of bounds by Ponce, and Ponce is lucky that there's no penalty on that type of play, as you would see in some of the bigger leagues. There would normally be a penalty if you shoot the puck out of play in your own zone. You normally do get a penalty, but no penalty here. And I always hated that penalty. It's always one of the more frustrating things to see. You get that puck over the glass, and most times it's an accident, and you get a penalty for it, and it's unfortunate. But back to play here. Here's Ross. Turner tries to toe drag around Bo Murray, but Bo Murray stops him up. And he is number 14 in Schaefer, who tries to chip that puck up around the out of the zone. Bo Murray loses that, but Adam Kelly picks it up, and there is no offside there. Very close. And Kelly again. Oh, that's a bit of a dangerous hit on the play by Collins. Surprised there was no penalty called there. Could have been hitting from behind, but play continues. Schaefer loses that puck. What a play by Jones, turning that puck over and almost getting a goal. But here comes Perrier back the other way. He stops up, and a big time hit there by number 9 in Connor Bear. Wow, not the biggest guy out there, but man, that was a big hit. Bear now drops that back for Dolinsky. Dolinsky throws it for Green. Thompson fires a shot. Oh, what a chance. Wide open net, but no one was able to get a stick on it. Still loose in front, and it's stopped by... And here's Green. Dolinsky. Dolinsky moves that puck in. He shoots it. It hits off a stick, and that is up and out of play. 6:19 left to go in the second. Piot Mound looking to escape this period. You know, the main thing for them when they get into this second intermission is just to try to forget about the first two periods and trying to get back on their horse come the third. But as of right now, they're really struggling to generate any offense at all. Dolinsky tries to chip that puck back in, and he does eventually get it on the second try. Here's Bear. Bear now tries to throw that pass over for Dolinsky, and it does land after hitting a Piot Mound's player stick on the way through. Green now, some stick handling behind the Piot Mound Buffalo zone. Oh, what a shot in front. Jones wasn't able to get all of it, but if he did, you could have counted that a good goal. This battle along the boards. Good play by Wambold, but can't maintain that puck. And a big stand-up hit by Bear. That's the second time he's had a big hit on this shift. Wow, what a save there in front by Liam Titouni, being able to knock that puck right off the stick, and there was a wide open net. A great clutch defensive play by Titouni. Dolinsky gets checked on the boards, but here comes RHA. Here's Green. Green for Jones. Jones for Thompson. Rambolt skates away from the puck on that play. Titouni tries to smack that puck out of play, but can't. And here comes RHA again. And another goal there, this time by number 27 in Shea Chornley. You know, you can definitely see frustration on some of the Piot Mound players' faces. You know, just a sloppy shift there, not being able to get the puck out, and some players caught. All three forwards are caught above the blue line for Piot Mound there. And RHA just takes advantage of a broken play, and it's Chornley able to get the 6th goal for RHA. Stinton wins that draw, but it's picked up by Chartrand. Chartrand now throws it up for Big Heady. Big Heady throws it over for May. May shot, and it's tipped just barely wide of the net. Arms got a little bit high on Stinton on that hit. There's no penalty, and there's a big hit. Almost could have been a trip on the play because the stick was what made the player fall, but I like that the refs left that as a normal clean check. But here comes Murray. Chartrand now. And Kelly just tries to backhand that puck in, and Chartrand's the one who ultimately knocks it in. Kelly trips that around Schneider at, but it is Stinton who receives that puck. Puck is chipped up along the boards. May for Big Heady. Big Heady throws that puck in, and it's picked up by Cotillier behind his net. I know we talked about this a little bit last week. Me and Corey did. Talked about this a little bit last week, and it was same goaltender as it is now. And Cotillier, there was a lot of times last week where you didn't really see much action at all. And same as this game so far. So if you're Cotillier, it's just about trying to keep your head in the game and not trying to. Yeah, it's really hard if you're a goalie to try and keep your head in the game when you're not seeing as much shots. But the main thing is just staying with the play and keeping yourself engaged. We do see an offside on the play by RHA, and we will have a face-off just outside of the Pilot Mound Buffalo zone. 3:23 left here in the second period. 6-1. The score is 31-6 are the shots. Both the score and the shots are in favor of RHA. Tatuni throws that over for number 14 in Niall Schaefer, and that puck is ultimately iced by Niall Schaefer after not being able to find a pass on the play. Face-off goes back to the Pilot Mound Buffalo zone. The play resumes here. And Tatuni picks it up behind his own net. And there's a big collision along the boards. I didn't quite catch all of that, but I saw two players down on both sides. Tatuni now, looking for an outlet, and he gives it for Chen. Ross now forces that play along the boards. And that puck is thrown along. And it is going to be Turner who takes that up, and nice cut around play. And skid dancing through the slot off the crossbar, rebound, scores. And another goal for RHA. Turner with a few fancy moves on the play there, and no chance for Pete Moreau there. Can't blame him on that one, as there was a wide open net for RHA, and they do nothing wrong. That play is now the score is up to 7-1 for RHA. That puck is won by RHA, and Kettles gives it for Bear, and Bear's going to bring it into the Pilot Mound Buffalo zone. Green is unable to get a stick on that. Collins throws that puck back along the boards and rims it around the glass. Bear now. Jones finds Collins. No one home on Collins there. Jones behind his net, getting forced by two players, but still has the puck. Green. Now Murray. Jones has it behind the red line. He throws it up for Bear. Oh, and the puck just squeaks through, and it's Green now this time. After that puck gets knocked in, he shoots it back into the net. I don't know if I like that very much. Another goal for RHA, and this is turning out to be pretty rough so far for Pilot Mound. I'm not sure what the confusion is. I believe that the goaltender had mentioned something to the ref. I don't know if I really liked what happened after that goal either. After number 14 and Brody Green had knocked that puck into the net, he kind of shot it into the net again, and a bit of an unsportsmanlike play there. And it turns out it's going to be Pilot Mound with a penalty here. It will be, I don't know what happened on the play there, but it will be number 8 and Shuyi Chen. The bow now. Gives it for Stinton. Stinton carries it in. Stinton. Some fancy, oh, and what a shot. That was one of the more fancy goals, one of the more pretty goals you will see. And it's an excellent goal by Stinton. In the last few minutes, it's been an onslaught for RHA, and Pilot Mound desperately wants to get out of this period. Only took them 19 seconds on that power play to get that goal. And if you're Pilot Mound, when you go into that intermission, you just want to cool it down a little bit and try to forget about what happened in the second period, and really focusing on just trying to get back into your game as you begin the third period. Stinton. A good, strong defensive play there by Bobo. to knock Wambolt off the puck. And Swatsky comes in. He throws that puck, tries to find the bow, and gets a little bit of a slash there on the play, but one of those sneaky ones you can't call. The refs often don't see. But here's Bobo again. Stinton chips that puck. Thornley and Tatuni battle for it. Stinton now in there, as well as Wambolt. But we have a whistle. 44.1 left in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Pete Murrow. Will be Murray and Balouse to draw, and it's won by Bo Murray. Gage Sutherland gives that for Schaefer behind his own net. Murray again just tries to chip it around, and it's Adam Kelly. He sauces that, tries to sauce it out of his zone, but it's caught by Ponce. And Schaefer behind his own net again. Schaefer throws it along the boards for Kelly. Gage Sutherland. Nice move by Sutherland to evade the forechecking forward, but it's turned over again at the blue line by RHA. Nice move by Bo Murray. One last opportunity possibly is if they take a shot here. And it is a shot, and hits, I believe it hits off the blocker of Cotillier there, but horn sounds. And the end of the second, it is the end of the second. Score of 9-1 for RHA, and they also lead in the shots 34-7. And like I was saying before, you know, if you're Pilot Mound, you just want to go and forget about that period when you get into the intermission and just try to, you know, have that mindset of just winning the third period. Obviously, it'd be pretty much a miracle to come back in this game, but the main thing, if you're Pilot Mound, just try to win that third period and try to generate some more offense. And if I'm Pilot Mound, you know, my goal is just trying to get the next goal to really just alleviate some of that crazy pressure that RHA had sustained in that second period. But this has been Seth Rock with the play-by-play in this second period as we go, I guess, as we sign off for this second period as we await the third.
At Collins Hotel, we have you and your family's comfort in mind. Relax in one of our 16 suites featuring king or queen size beds and 36-inch TVs. Suites also include a mini fridge and other kitchen appliances to make your stay as comfortable as possible. During your stay in Pilot Mound, visit Weiser's Restaurant, our attached family-friendly restaurant and bar. It is the perfect location to host group meals, dine with the family, or unwind after a hockey game. Come in and meet our friendly staff offering daily specials on food and drinks, Wing Night Wednesdays, Buffet Fridays, and multiple TVs to watch the game. Weiser's is the place to be. Collins Hotel and
The town of Stonewall is a great place to call home. Located just 25 kilometers north of Winnipeg, we offer our residents an abundance of services and amenities, from quality schools to a hospital with a fully functioning emergency room to great seniors housing. Our recreational facilities are second to none. The Veterans Memorial Sports Complex, the Heritage Arts Centre, Fines Field at Quarry Park, our paved walking paths, nature trails, and our jewel, Kinsman Lake. Stonewall has a strong base of businesses full of dedicated community-minded entrepreneurs that include a full range of retail and personal service businesses. Our industrial park has grown significantly in recent years, demonstrating the robust economy of our community and surrounding area. The quality of life experienced by our residents rivals any other community, which is why Stonewall is a great place to call home.
Welcome to Pilot Mound Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mound Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
that. Welcome back to Blackjack Stewart Arena, everybody, for the third period action between the U15 Pilot Mound Buffaloes and the U15 Winnipeg RHA Rink Hockey Academy. As we're about to get started here in the third period, as Kettles is going to try to dump that over to Jones, but is unable to get it to him, and Sutherland is going to chip it up, but it's taken over by RHA again. Green's going to race Sutherland. Two players in on the forecheck for RHA. There's a bit of a high hit there by Bear. Gets it over for Kettles. Kettles backhands that in, but Sutherland is going to get that puck. Chip it around, it's going to go right to Bear. Bear now gets it back up to the blue line, throws it over for Kettles. Kettles fires it. If he would have had that just an inch over, he probably would have scored. I don't think the goaltender saw that at all. That just went right by him. It's kind of one of those sneaky shots from the blue line you don't really expect. And puck comes up for Collins. Collins fires it, and it's tipped, and there's a rebound, and the puck almost squirts through Piot Mound, but he's able to stand tall on that shift and not allow anything to go past him. So face-off will come to the left side of Moreau. Now Stinton dumps that puck in. Big heady on it. The bow right behind him, and Chornley is in there as well. Thompson gonna go back to pick that puck up. Couturier throws it behind for Thompson. Thompson's gonna drop it back to Dolanski. Gonna figure out what he wants to do with it. He skates it, he continues to skate with it, and he's gonna stick handle it past the red line. Dolanski now enters the offensive zone. Big heady tries to win that battle, but can't get it past Stinton. Stinton throws it back, and a good defensive skate kick there by number 11 in Hank Thompson. And the bow throws that, and then it hits off the Pilot Mound player's stick, and it's up and out of play. Face-off will be to the right, I believe. Actually, be the left. A little bit of confusion out there on the ice, and up here on my part as well. Will be to the left of Thompson. Bavalansky dumps that in. Puck's chipping. Good play there by Hank Thompson, but unable to maintain possession. And here comes RHA. That over and is unable to get it to the stick of Ross, so now Sutherland's going to pick that up and rim it off the boards. Hits off the official's skate. Wambolt just barely backhands that puck out of their own zone. Thompson the forecheck, but Satterblot's able to help break that puck out, and Ross just chips that puck in on the backhand. Now I'm trying to get that puck out. He backhands it right to Ponce's stick, and also is unable to get the hit on the play. Chartrand now is able to recover that puck, and here he comes. He's gonna use his legs to beat Ross on that play, and oh man, Bo Murray, that puck did not tip the way he wanted it to. Wide open net, and he hit it with the end of his stick, and it kind of came out rather than going inwards towards the net. An unfortunate play, an unfortunate hitting attempt there by Kelly as he gets most of the boards, and it looked like he slammed his head a little bit on the boards too. Shining left. Gets it up for Jones, and we got a 2-on-1. Jones' pass does not make it to Bear, but the Bear is going to go to the corner. He knocks it out for Jones. Jones can't put it towards the net. Kettles now tries to throw it across for number 14 in Brody Green, but is unable to make that pass, and now here's RHA trying to regroup in their own zone. Puck is dumped all the way, and there will be an icing on the play, because that puck did not make it to an RHA teammate off that initial breakout pass. for anyone who was paying attention to the Super Bowl on Sunday, this was one of the songs that was featured in the halftime show. A little bit of tribute for you guys there, but that puck is just barely knocked out of RHA's zone. Here's Kettles. Green now dumps that puck in, and Bear's going to be the first one to it. He's going to rim it around, and he's going to try to get it for Green. Green now gets that puck knocked by him. Engage Sutherland. Jones now, he carries that puck into the offensive zone. He still has it. What a shot there. He took it from behind the red line, it looked like, and was able to sneak that puck just into the far side. And if you're beating row, you just throw your arms up there. You don't know how that one goes in, but it was an excellent shot. No way he could stop that one. It was just, that puck had eyes, and he shot it from behind the net. Need extreme luck to be able to get a goal like that in the net, but we now have a score of 10-1 for RHA. Thompson throws that puck in for Bibeau. May. That puck is hit off Stinton's stick. Ooh. That puck hits a ref up high. Looked like it got him clean in the face. Seems to be alright. The puck comes back to Dolinsky. He fires that towards the net, but it doesn't quite hit the target. Thompson. Is that puck over for Dolinsky? Dolinsky now. Puck goes behind the net. Niall Schaefer dumps that puck. And it looks like the ref's going to rule no icing on that. Must have hit an RHA player on the way down the ice. Nice play by Thompson. Nice move. Thompson backhand passes that over to Stinton. Stinton gets it for Bibeau. Puck is stopped up at the line, or before it gets to the net by Tatuni. Now Chartrand. Nice pass by Chartrand. Hits the upper part of the stick on Tatuni, and that puck goes wide, and now it's out of the zone. Gage Sutherland picks that up. Throws it up for number 17 in Jack Perrier. Perrier battles with Ponce, I believe it is. Puck comes out for Ross, and it's Billus who is unable to get to that puck first, but then he does get to it a little bit later after that puck gets chipped ahead. What a move, but he's unable to hold on to it as Turner. Loose now. Gives that puck right up to Adam Kelly, and Adam Kelly's going to rim it around, and he's just going to look for a change on the play. A lot of very good changes. Piot Mound gets a little bit of lucky that the player Loose got caught on one of the linesmen. Lambolt tries to get that to Chen. Puck is just behind him. There's a big collision up there. Lambolt hiding behind the defenseman. Ponce sees that opportunity and takes it. Now he comes on an individual rush, unable to toe drag that puck around number 6 in May. We got another battle along the boards. Lambolt and May. Now there's going to be a penalty on the play. Looks like it's going to be a head contact penalty. I believe it's going to be on RHA. Yeah, it will be number 19 in Turner, and the linesman takes a tumble there. He's smiling about it, and so are the players down below. One of the funny things, if only we could have gotten that on camera, our owner Glenn says, so that would have been a pretty funny blooper. We could have piled that into a blooper reel at the end of the year, but nonetheless, back to play. Sutherland. Nice passing there by the Buffaloes, but Kelly bobbles that puck a little bit. Chartrand. Back for Sutherland. Sutherland for Tatuni. Tries to shoot that through traffic, and that hurt Bear. Caught him right in the ankle. Those ankle shots are always really painful. I remember that being one of the worst things as a player, getting a puck to the ankle. Here's Sutherland. Sutherland carries that through the line. That puck's going to be dumped, but Tatuni keeps it in at the line. What a good play by Tatuni to be able to keep that puck in the zone. A good stop up by Murray. Kelly tries to send that puck for Chartrand in front of the net. Chartrand just barely misses. I think he got a piece of that puck, but he didn't quite go where he wanted it to go. Chartrand back to Sutherland. Sutherland for Tatuni. Tatuni tries to fire it, and it's a pad stop there by RHA. Brett Detillier, who hasn't faced too much action in this game, but on 10 shots does have 9 saves, so did let one go in, but one thing he's done very excellent is being able to stay in the game while not, facing too many shots. There's a lot of times where, he's waiting out there for a few stretches of time, but he is able to maintain his composure, and that's a really good sign that the goaltender is able to not face a lot of shots, but keep his mind in the game. Kettles gonna dump that, and that puck just barely goes out of play. It will be a face-off just outside Piot Mound Buffalo zone. Of course, 11:25 left here in the third period. Score is 10-1 for RHA. And the shots are also 36-10 in favor of RHA as well. 32 seconds left on this penalty for RHA as well. Kelly leads that puck back towards defender May. Niall Schaefer gets it up for Chartrand, but Chartrand loses that puck, and here comes Chornley. Good defensive play there by May to knock the puck off its stick. Here's Bebeau. He throws it off the boards just to waste some more time on the clock. Barrier throws that up for Kelly. Kelly with some tremendous speed hustling into the zone. A good body there by number 22 in Aiden Collins. Able to keep him off the puck, and now Kettles throws that puck, and Turner way offside on that play. I don't know why they're trying to send the guy when the score is 10-1. Doesn't really seem like an effective strategy, but nonetheless, they decide to go for that big outlet stretch pass. Face off will be to the right of Detillier. Sutherland fires that puck through traffic, and it's loved by Detillier. Finding some decent success. He's played on the wing and center in this game, and that's been actually doing pretty good at center. He's won 4 out of the 10 face-offs he's taken, so only 40%, but I don't know. For a guy that hasn't been playing wing center this whole game, he's done pretty well for himself. Sutherland throws that around, and Big Hitty's going to pick that up. Turner on the forecheck. Good play by Turner to keep that puck in a bobbling play, and the puck goes right to an RJ player right in front of the net, but bobbles off his stick as well, and Bo Murray behind his net. Galinsky throws that puck back in. Big Hetty behind his net tries to stop up and make a move around Malus, but is unable to. And Sutherland unable to get that puck up. And a good block there by the skate of Murray. And Murray now throws it over for number 10 in Babalansky, but is unable to get to him. But Bo Murray carries it out himself. Here's Kemkaren. May. Thompson. May picks it up now. Thompson now. He's going to skate it out of the zone and throw it right to Ross. Ross is going to chase that, but May gets to the puck first. May now deciding what he's going to do. He's unable to get that puck to Tichuni. And Jodes now. And May rubs Green out along the boards. Tichuni tries to get that puck around Jones, but can't quite do it, and RHA wins that puck battle. Another battle, big scrum along the boards, and it's unable to be held in at the line by Thompson as it just bounces over his stick. And RHA is a good group behind their own net. It is Dolinsky. with tremendous amounts of speed. Nice move, another nice move. He toe drags it through, gets a shot, but it rolls just wide. Green now, Dolinski again. Oh, my bad, that isn't Dolinski. Back for Green, a shot, and it was covered. That was Jones who originally had the puck. Another stop for Pete Moreau, who is up to 27 saves on the night so far. 8:18 left in the third. Here comes Piot Mound. Sawatsky goes in. That puck is bobbled by Cotillion. Sawatsky can't get that puck up to one of his forwards. Ponce throws that puck out and he has it again. Ponce is going to race in. He has some tremendous speed. Ponce now stick handles. Tries to throw that below to his winger in Chornley, but it's intercepted by Sawatsky. Sawatsky slips in just past the red line. Here's Kelly. Trying to regroup it. He throws it back for Schaefer. Schaefer for Sutherland. Sutherland back for Schaefer. Here comes Niall Schaefer. Unable to chip that puck around Turner, and now Turner's going to get an opportunity. Kind of gets hooked up along the play, but no call. And Sutherland's going to rim it around. Sutherland at his own net. Nice play there by the RHA forward. Can't see that quite was. I believe it was Turner who just rubbed Sutherland out on the play and be able to get the puck back to his defender. Kettles. Can't get that puck around Sutherland. Here's Belouse. A lot of RHA's strategy today has been moving that puck and getting it below the goal line. And once they have it below the goal line, in Gretzky's office, you could say, they start to relay the play and see what their options and a lot of the offense created in this game. Here's a 2-on-1 chance and it's stopped by Pete Moreau. A lot of the offensive game by RHA starts from behind Piot Mound's net. You often see them bring the puck below the goal line and look to move the puck around there and have some guys really deep into the zone. And once they're able to create an open area, they have to throw that puck back to the blue line, generate traffic in front. That puck is batted in behind the play. Ched. And that puck is dumped back in. May. Can't get that puck to Big Heady. Here's Chen now. Kettles just rims that back around, and they are going to play with the puck behind the net again. Good defensive play by Big Heady to knock that puck off, but again, it's RHA who just is relentless on the forecheck and able to. What a goal! As I'm going through that sentence, an amazing tip, but I believe it was a high stick, as I am hearing from Glenn, and it looks like the refs are signaling it was a high stick, but man, if that stick was below the goal line, that will be one of the better tips you will ever see. Puck going completely wide, and he was able to tip it into the net. Luckily for Piot Mound, that stick was a little too high. I wasn't unable to notice it, but it appears like everybody else did, so the one guy to get it wrong is the guy that's calling the game. But here's RHA behind the Piot Mound. Another little scrum behind the net. Kettles keeps that puck in. And that puck is dumped down. But it must have hit something on the way through, as there will be no icing. And Cotilliard's going to rim it around for Kettles. Kettles gets it up for Bear. Bear with a nice move, and that puck is tipped up and over the net by, I believe it was May. Bear. Nice play to get that puck to number 13 in Jones. And here comes Hank Thompson. He almost won that puck battle, but decided he was a little bit too tired, so he decided to get the switch up. Smart play there. Jones almost looked offside on the play there. Green was, but not quite, as he was just able, the puck was just able to beat him. And we get a stoppage in play as Pete Moreau made that save. And with 4:39 left to go in the third, we have another face-off in the Pilot Mound Buffalo zone. Chorley. Is that back for Dolinsky? Thompson now. Thompson's going to throw that puck back up and over and into the Pilot Mound Buffalo zone. Sutherland just backhands that over to Sawatsky, who's on the other side. And here comes Stinton. Stinton, who's had an excellent game so far, already has 4 points in the game. Thompson tries to toe drag and shoot that puck through Sawatsky, but is unable to. Sawatsky tried to out-muscle there, but kind of slipped as he was trying to get around Thompson. Dolinsky now has that puck and tries to shoot it short side again. Few attempts of that have happened like that for RHA, where they try to get the puck high short side. They've been close a few times, but unable to get it there as Bobo takes that puck just barely out of play, and we do have an offside. 3:46 left in the third period. 10-1 the score is for RHA, and they also have the advantage in the shot category as well. 41-11. Chen bats that puck into RHA zone, and there was a big voice crack on my part. Must be very pleasant for you guys all at home to hear that, but here comes Ross. Can't get it around Big Teddy, and there's another steal. Ross. Now Kelly steals the puck, and he's going to just throw that around just get it beyond the red line and dump that puck in. Shannon's going to be hard on Ponce. Chartrand unable to get that puck off the dump attempt, but it is picked up by Kelly and thrown over for Big Teddy, who dumps it back into the offensive zone. Chartrand hard on that play, and Big Teddy tries to throw a massive hit, but a good strong play there by, I believe it was Ross, to really stand up on the play, and some liberties being thrown at one another on both sides. Here's Balouse. He looks to carry that puck out. He dumps it, and that will be an ice as he is unable to find Turner on the play. And we will go back down to RHA zone for another face-off. As I mentioned earlier, I believe it was in the first period, but we will be back here on Saturday and Sunday to cover some more U15 action between the Pilot Mound Buffaloes, and it will be against the Northern Alberta Extreme. So stay tuned for that this weekend. May throws it up, but Collins is going to receive that on the point, but Babalansky is going to be forcing that play, as Murray is able to just barely get that puck out between of the legs of Collins. Murray being hounded by a few players there. Kettles now. Won't be Kettles actually. It turns out to Bear. Jones now stops up. Decides what he wants to do. He's going to sauce that puck over for Kettles. Kettles is going to rim it off the boards and get it down for Green. Green with a spin move for Bear, and that puck is stopped up by Perrier, and Perrier is going to try and carry this puck out of the zone, and he does it successfully. Perrier backhands that puck, tries to get to Babalansky, but Jones is able to get to it first. Now Collins carries that puck. Sawatsky tries to check him off that puck, but here is number 3, Gage Sutherland. Kem Karen kind of gets cross-checked into the boards. Puck comes back out for Jones. Jones is going to carry it in. He gives it for Green. Green's going to try to get it back for Jones, but is unable to. Kettles now gives it over for Dolinsky. Chorley. Now Kettles for Dolinsky. Back over for Kettles. Just playing catch-up. Last minute to play. It's already 45 seconds left in the game. Big Headies is going to backhand that to Gage Sutherland. Dolinsky for Bobo. Bobo has Chorley and Stinton. Unable to find Stinton on that. Was trying to, but the puck was tipped just beyond the net. 25 seconds left to go in this third period. Thompson now. Nice stop up at the blue line, being able to throw it towards the net, and it hits off a player in front to see who it hit. But nonetheless, it did hit a player and went wide. Puck comes back from Delansky. 10 to go. Here's Thompson on the point. Nice move again. Thompson walks in, he fires it, it's off the blocker of Piot Mound, and that will be it, as this game is over. Final score in the game is 10-1 for RHA, a repeat score from what we had last week Wednesday, same exact outcome. Shots were 42. It says 11 up there, but they did get one last shot on the board, I did see, so shots are going to be 43-11. And this is a tough game for Piot Mound. They were not able to find too much offense in this game. You can see there are a little bit of frustrated faces down there, but if you're Piot Mound, this is just a loss against. This is a very good team you faced up against, and there were some bright spots like that start to your game. Had a solid first 10 minutes of the game, being able to get the game tied at 1-1, and then the second period, everything near the end just kind of fell apart, and the Piot Mound is going to look to kind of erase this loss from their minds and go on to the next victory, or go on to the next game rather. But coming up on the schedule, I just mentioned a few minutes ago about this weekend, but I'll say it again just in case for people who may have tuned in extra late into the game. We will be live this Saturday and Sunday, respectively. Both games will be here. Friday to Saturday, sorry. That's my bad. I may have said that wrong a few times, but I'm going to get it right here. Friday and Saturday, we'll be here at Blackjack Stewart Arena for some action between the Piot Mound U15 Buffaloes and the Northern Alberta Extreme. So, make sure you stay tuned for that. And on Monday, we have a huge announcement coming in from. So stay tuned for that as well. I don't know what it is, and a lot of us here don't know what it is. And Glenn had told me before he didn't know what it is, but I think he does. He's smiling over there. But so stay tuned for that announcement. And we also have the swimming provincials from the 25th to the 27th in Winnipeg, Manitoba at the Pan Am Pool. So stay tuned for that as well. And as for everyone here at ASTV, this is Seth Rock signing off from Blackjack Stewart Arena.